And rest your hands any comfortable way. Tonight I'm going to take you into a mudra, which is a very grounding mudra, because the themes of these classes this month is to ground and grow. You know, to enable us to grow, we definitely need to be grounded. So keeping your hand rested anywhere on your body to start with, allow the shoulders to relax. Please keep your layers on if you need to, and always sit on a cushion to raise your hips higher than your knees. And take that moment to yourself to connect inward, to connect to the space, to connect to your own space as you show up on the mat tonight. And follow the breath in and the breath out. Come to that comfortable rhythm breathing first. You may breathe out from the mouth a few times if you wish to release any stagnant energy around the jaw muscle, because we tend to hold so much into the jaw muscle. And of course, we tend to hold so much tension into the shoulders, and of course, and the rest can be into our body, into the hips, into the joints. And stay connected to your breath and stay connected to your space. And every time I mention into this space, you know, we are creating space within us. We are creating space around us. And we are kind of like slowly bringing that energy of that space to the self and bringing energy of ourself into that space. So the space when we practice yoga is super important to kind of like, you know, find the same place ideally. That's why it's always good to have your own space. I know it's difficult at home to dedicate that space always for a practice, but it's difficult. I totally can relate at home. It's difficult, you know, children and family and, you know, loved one and so on. And especially pets as well, they want to jump in. But then, you know, if you don't have this facility at home to have that space for practice, that's what I mean often by bringing this space in. So visualize yourself in that particular space that you created in you, within you, for you. So breathe in and out. Now we're gonna come to Samavriti breathing and we're gonna do the mudra after that. The Samavriti breath is equal flow in to equal flow out. So I'll guide you a few rounds, but then I want to leave you on your own to do this, because we are all different into the length and the depth of the breath. Okay? Keeping your palms facing down, shoulders relaxed to ground you more. Exhale all the way from the mouth. Release it out. Inhale for 1. Inhale for 2. Inhale for 3. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 1. Exhale for 2. Exhale for 3. Exhale for 4. And then inhale 1. Inhale 2. Inhale 3. Inhale 4. Carry on. Exhale 1 in this way. If you notice yourself that you can go more, absolutely great to do it. If not, carry on for a breathing of 4. Because the short kind of like counting, you know, kind of like you're doubling your breath indirectly. Because a lot of time we breathe 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not this way. So you have to fully ground yourself and to allow yourself to grow. So that's why the counting is super slow. Do that one more inhale and one more exhale. Good. Okay, then open your eyes. When I do a Ganesha Mudra, so this practice, I kind of like invoke Lord Ganesha in our practice because, you know, Ganesha is the force, the energy that take us into the root of our being. I don't know whether you can see, I got a beautiful Ganesha here on my left hand side, and you might be seeing a little bit of him. So he's the elephant god, and he is the one who take us into these obstacles and allow us to remove the obstacles from the mind and turn them into opportunities. And he sits right at the Muladhara. The left palm's facing up. I do mudra more in the same hand position. I'm not, even though the video might seem like I'm burying you. Left palm's facing out, thumbs down, the right hand in front of it, like that. And you clasp the four fingers. Then the thumbs goes on top, one thumb goes underneath, and you bring the back of your left hand into the belly. So this is a Ganesha Mudra. And this mudra represents the twisting and turning of his trunk. Now this is where we're going to combine the inhale, the Samavriti, and the exhale of the Samavriti with this mudra. Now when you inhale, you're going to loosen up the grip. You're going to keep it on your belly, keep them attached to the fingers, but you loosen up the grip. On the exhale, you pull into the grip as you exhale for that count. So I'll guide you a few times for a count of 4, but feel free if you're okay to go for a longer count. Exhale all the way from the mouth. Inhale for 1, inhale for 2, inhale for 3, inhale for 4. Pull on the grip. Exhale for 1, exhale for 2, exhale for 3, exhale for 4. Loosen up the grip. Inhale for 1, inhale for 2, inhale for 3, inhale for 4. Relax the shoulders. Pull the grips. Exhale 1, exhale 2, exhale 3, exhale 4. Carry on doing this for about 3 or 5 rounds like this. On the inhale, you keep the hand connected, the fingertip connected, but the grips is loose. And then on the exhale, you pull to the grips, but you maintain the shoulders down, otherwise the shoulders will come up. So keep going, just do about, like I said now, 4 maybe around. If you feel you're breathing longer than 4 in and out, please do. And if you feel you are kind of finding difficult to breathe even for 4, then make your breathing to 3. Absolutely okay. This is a deep pranayama technique, Samavriti called, the fluctuation of the breath, the fluctuations of the mind, and how we can bring them into harmony together, bring them into equal, into balance. So you should be on to the third one now. Please remember to loosen up the grip on the inhalation, pull on the grip on the exhalation. So maybe one more time. Nice, inhale, last one. And exhale all the way. Release your hands, release the mudra, open your arms wide and reach them up to the sky. Catch your right wrist with your left hand, lightly crescent to the left, and a gentle pulsation, gentle. And again, back to the center. Catch your left wrist with your right hand, lengthen up, crescent to the right. Again, light pulsation. And one more time. Come back to the center, twist to the left side, left hand behind your back, right hand on the front leg, front thigh, or the opposite thigh. As long as you're okay, lengthen, breathe, and twist. Please honor your neck, don't have to turn your head. Breathing out, twist to the other direction, to your right side. Again, maintain an upright position, shoulders relaxed, look forward, inhale and exhale. Beautifully come back to the center. Softly you're going to come up from the table, from seated to a tabletop form. So take your cushion, please have your blocks ready and maybe strap. Tonight's practice we're going to come to a couple of binds and some twisting form. Come onto all four, press the palms, spread them, the fingers, touch your toes. Inhale from the tabletop. When you're ready to exhale, round your back, chin to chest. Push into the earth. Inhale, lower the abdomen and lightly look forward, not up. Engage your abdomen even though you're extension. Your flexion, you round your back on the exhale. Push your toes, push your heel. On the inhale, keep engage your arms and your legs and your knees and your toes. Lift up to heart center. Twice more. Exhale to round. And inhale to lift. Last one. Exhale, round it. And inhale. Lift. Beautiful. Very slowly from here, gently. Take your hands slightly out to the front. Take your left knee to the center, then your left to the center. Step your right foot all the way over towards the left side. So maybe outline of your mat. Push your right heel down, root on your right hand, take the left hand out to the front. Stay here, breathe. If you find the balance, you lift the left arm off the ground. So carefully between the right wrist and your left knee, especially because your right leg step over to the left side. Lower the left hand down, step your right knee very close to your left knee. Step your left foot all the way over to your right side of your mat. Stay on your toes and push your heel towards the back. Root on your left hand. Take the right hand out to the front first. And if you find the balance carefully, lift the right arm off the ground, extend it out to the front. Breathing in, breathing out. Lower the right hand down. Bring your left knee back closer. One more time, the right leg goes over. This time a little bit more over to the left. Push your hips slightly back, tone the navel. The left hand cross over to the right side. So to see how much we can extend the left arm towards the right side, careful on your right wrist, push into the earth, keep your neck long, looking down. By taking the right foot more out to the left, you're going to give you a little bit more stability. Left hand down, right knee down. Left foot all the way over, but a little bit more to the right side. Push on your toes, breathe. Now you find a little bit more easy to take the right arm, a little bit over to the left side. Kind of like you align your left leg, right arm for a little bit balance. Keep the upper torso down. Lower the right hand down, step your left knee on the mat. Keep your knee together, tops of your feet on the mat. Sit all the way towards the heel, but not extend your arms. Keep your arms as they are. Move a little bit side to side. Now gently, careful on your knee, extend your arms. If you're not sitting on the heel, that's absolutely okay. You can raise yourself on a blanket, come on the fingertip, lower your head to look towards your knees, or simply towards the earth. Come on the fingertip and now start to move left and right. Breathing in, breathing out. Take a couple of breaths here. Beautiful. Gently and softly lift your hips up, look forward, press the palms, tuck the toes and come to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. In your downward dog, bend the knee lightly, push your hips up, tone the navel, chin to chest. Walk one heel at a time. Then push both heels at the same time. Ground yourself and then grow from the center to the back of your body. Don't collapse on your upper armpit. Push away from the earth. Inhale from here, exhale. Softly, lightly look forward. Left knee down. Tops of your left foot on the mat. Right foot forward. Lightly and gently push your hips forward. Put your foot on the mat. Sweep your arms up to the sky. Press your palms together. Lengthen. Twist to the right. Left elbow out the edge of your right knee. right elbow to the back. If you can't find that twist, come on the tip of the fingers of your right hand, left hand. That's absolutely okay. Another breath in here, engage your quads, your thigh, your toes. Sweep your arms back up to the sky. Lengthen, breathing in. Exhale, lower the hand down. Push your hips back. Dorsiflex on your right foot. A very gentle form of Ardha Hanuman or half split. Stack your left knee, left hip, left thigh. Push your right heel and pull the right hip and maintain the upper body strength to stay upright. Inhale one more time. Good. Very, very lightly, the left hand, we're going to cross the right shin bone. You can come on the blocks and then stay with your right hand, pull the right hip, breathing in, then the right hand come on the sacrum this way, palms facing down. Lift the upper torso and turn to the right. Please have a block under your left hand if you need to. A revolved form of Ardha Hanuman. Gently lower the right hand down, left hand on the outer edge, lower your right toe, then the right knee on the mat. Press the palms, tuck the toe, lift your hips up. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. On the next exhale, right knee down, left foot forward. Push your hips up, tops your right foot on the mat, sweep your arms up to the sky, join the palm together, keep lengthening, and a gentle twist, right elbow, outer edge of your left knee, left elbow to the back. And that's what I meant, that's what we call Hakini Mudra. Keep that foot engaged and pull the left shoulder back. Breathing in, or you can be into your palms. Inhale here, arms up to the sky. Reach them open, reach open. Exhale, hands down. And lightly pull back. Left leg straight. Stack your hips, shoulders back. And that's what I meant if you want to use the blocks. So this is the way I'm using the block under my hand. It's giving me the height of the arms, extension to my arms, and allow me to lengthen to my spine. And I get so much room as I turn and revolve. So that's what we're going to do, into a revolve form of Ardha Hanuman. So you're going to take the right hand, cross over, you're going to take the blocks to the outer edge of your left ankle, push your right hand on the blocks, lengthen, breathing in, left palm sit lightly onto sacrum. So that's, kind of like this engage is the right hip drop. So maintain the right hip back, then make a deep open into the leg. And this is a balance itself. Just careful on your right knee. Beautiful, inhale, slowly come back to the center. Take the blocks aside, lower your left toe. This time when it comes to standing, slide your left foot more closer, then step your right foot next to the left foot. Exhale, fold into Uttanasana. If your hands are on the floor, catch opposite elbows or grab the blocks. A little bit sway side to side to release the shoulders, the neck, everything. Good, inhale from here, exhale, bend your knees. And with this one, I'm going to get you to come on the blocks. Press onto the bricks or the blocks, lengthen the spine. Weight, push onto your heel so your knees are lightly behind your toes. Keep your four corners of your feet engaged and your feet hip width apart with this one. We're getting deeper into the sit bone area to widen. Engage your abdomen and then gently as you push your hips back, lengthen and lengthen the spine. Now we're going to keep the spine as long, the hands with the breaks, and up forward but not the hips. So kind of like very short form of downward dog in a way. Now keep looking down towards your toes. As you push on your heel, you're going to feel the legs active, the quads, the thigh, the hip flexor, the sit bone. And then you may come a little bit more out with the bricks. Please don't push your hips in the same direction. What I mean, often the hips move. See if you notice how my hips moving towards my blocks. I'm pushing away from the blocks with my hips. It's a little bit tricky with narrow forward bend form. We're not falling, by the way. We're still halfway. Now, keeping your hand there, tone the navel. Now, you draw the chest down. You press your hand on the bricks if they're available for you. Pushing your weight back onto your heel more. Now, your ribs are resting onto your thigh. If they're not, bend your knees. Now, naturally you roll out. Roll on your big toes a little bit more. So that's inner rotation in your thigh. Push your hips back. Slide your right hand, place it behind your calves. Push your left hand into the bricks. And then push your hips back. Then bring your right hand back onto the bricks, the left hand on behind your calves. So I'm pushing against the calves, at the same time pushing the right hand to take the hips back. Now notice how your legs feel, then the right hand come onto your calves, behind your calves, and drop the head down. Push your sacrum up, breathe in. And if your hands goes behind your calves, come to the mudra, thumbs on top, thumbs underneath, then the forearm into the calves, pull into this mudra, head down, sacrum up. That's a deep forward bend. Beautifully. Inhale, bend your knees, release the mudra, place your hand onto the bricks, take the bricks as wide as your mat, and then very gently step your right foot between the bricks. Like when you were on all four, I'm going to take the left leg into high lunge, but all the way to the right side of the mat. So carefully. So your left leg over to the right side of your mat, your right foot in the center of your mat, and you take the bricks behind your heel to give you stability. Now your right knee can be slightly slanted to the right. Make sure a little bit more center because it's going to open this deep hip flexor. You bend your left knee and then you push on the blocks and you bounce lightly. Notice how the hip will feel. Lightly. Now lower the knee towards the earth till you feel the earth, but there's no weight on your knee. Oh, so yummy. Beautiful inhale. Lower the knee all the way. Tops of your left foot on the ground. Push on your right hand on the bricks. Pull your upper body upright as much as you can. Take the left hand onto your right knee to pull the center. Maintain the stability. Sweep the right arm and wrap it around the back of your body towards your left hip. Inhale. Stay upright. Keep pulling your right heel to your left knee. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Release your hand back. Tuck your toe on your left foot. Lift the left knee. Push your heel one more time. Now when we step the left foot, then we just slide behind your right foot. Nice and gently. Step your left foot directly behind your right foot. Your hands stay on the blocks, but turn the fingertip towards the back. So now, your right heel, of course, a little bit more into the left heel. Your little toe on your left foot by the right mid of your right foot. Bend your right knee, left leg straight. Push on the blocks. Fold in. Inhale. And exhale. Keeping the right knee bent, but don't lock the left knee. Even though the left leg going straight, please don't lock your left knee. Another breath in here. Bend both knees and then gently step your left foot next to right foot. Take the bricks a little more closer. Root on the blocks. Left foot in the center. Right foot. Step all the way over to the left side of your mat. Bring the hands with the blocks a little bit closer. Drop the knee lightly. Engage your heel. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Lower the right knee down. Tops of your right foot on the ground. Left hand onto your thigh. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe. Then switch. Right hand onto your left knee. And turn the upper torso, extend the left arm, reach it behind your back onto your right hip to pull the right hip. Try to be upright, deep twist. Left shoulder back, don't have to look back. Tops of your right foot engage. Inhale. Release the twist, press your hand onto the bricks. Lift the right knee off the ground. Push your right heel back. Then lower the right knee to feel the earth. As you push your right heel back, take the blocks a little bit more. Ground on your left foot. Pull the left knee center. Pull the right knee center. Lengthen and breathing in. Inhale. Now when we step, the right foot is going to go directly behind your left foot. Using the bricks to lean forward to step the right foot. Keeping the bricks where they are. Left leg little bend, right leg straight. Take the hand the other direction. Push on the bricks. Push on your heel. Fold over your left knee. Inhale and exhale. Light bend the knees both and very gently step your right foot next to the left foot. Take the bricks forward, fold in, catch either opposite elbow or the hand on the mat, sway side to side, and gently with your knee bend, feet on the ground, arms wide open, reach up to the sky. Press your hand together into the heart center. When I take your mat this way, or if you have a mat already on this side, just turn on the second mat. So you can always put like a mat like a cross if you have two mats. So all you have to do, turn on the side. So your toes towards the front, your wide form of like a kind of leg. Your knees now collapse inward, pull back, but the inner thigh draw in. And if you remember this mudra, I'm going to go back to the mudra, but first, when I get into forward bend, open the shoulders and go back to the mudra. So from here, let's say knee lightly bend, push your hips back, and slide your hand onto your rear thigh to come halfway. Be careful not to lock your knee. So your knees lightly bend and pushing into the hand into your thigh, not the knee, just on the top to engage your abdomen, your sit bone. Then if your hand goes directly on the floor underneath you, please do. If not, please grab the brick. So grab the hand underneath your heart, not the shoulders. So slightly in line with your toes, actually. And the toes inward, heels out, you're not rolling out. You're going in the four corners of your feet, especially from your left big toe to the opposite heel, from the right big toe to the opposite heel. Draw the energy into the center and back. So you notice your toes becoming slightly lighter, and then what happens if you push your hips, your torso, your kind of like a trochanter back, you're gonna start to stack. Actually, the hands will be under your shoulders because your hips going backward. Like we did first into narrow form. Your hands goes out in front now. And again, we're not folding, by the way. We're still upright. Your neck is long, but I'm just looking up to the camera, that's all. And then as your trochanter go back, that was your heel, then the hands goes out, then you reach your arms out, your head drop lightly, ears by the biceps, and now we're into the wide-legged form, downward facing dog. Inhale. It's going to be super lengthening your back, engage your quads, your thigh, opening through the leg. Beautiful. Now gently you're going to keep your left hand at the center. The right hand goes underneath and catch the opposite shin bone. And you turn to revolve towards the left. Gentle revolve, not too much. You may bend your left elbow, you may bend the right elbow. You may even bend your right knee. Or left knee as well, sorry. The left knee bend, yeah? Not the right. Inhale 3 nicely, go, exhale. Release the revolve, bring your left hand back to the center and right hand to the center. Push your hips back, now I'm going to keep the right hand in the center, the left hand goes underneath towards the opposite shin bone, pull towards the shin bone, and you lightly bend that knee, the one you're pulling in. The left elbow, right elbow down, left elbow up. Right elbow down, whichever feels you turn and revolve towards the right side. Inhale one more time. And exhale, release your head, release your hand. Walk your hands back directly into your shoulders to lift up. Bend your knees, heels goes in, press your hand onto your thigh. Now we're coming to a goddess pose. You start to move side to side, careful on your knees. Lightly side to side, your knees follow your second, third toe, come back to the center, draw the tailbone, pubic bone, push forward, open your arms wide, palms facing out. Lean over to your right, left arm up and over. Then lean over to the left, right arm up and over. So kind of form of the goddess movement, side to side, open the side body. So we start to get ready for a bind soon. So we're opening through the shoulders, head, the arm bone, back. Beautiful. One more on each side. One more, your left arm over your right side. And then one more with your left arm over, right arm over your left side. Come back to the center. So when I go back to the mudra, the right hand, palms facing out, the left hand in front of it. Clasp the fingers, thumbs on top, thumbs underneath, and into the belly. Bend your knee lightly. Now on the inhale, you loosen up the grip and you carefully sink down. On the exhale, you pull the grip and you stay there. Your exhale, you stay there. Then your inhale, loosen up the grip and go a little bit more careful with your knee. Draw the thigh, open your hips. On the exhale, pull the grip and stay there. You're holding the pose. And again, inhale, loosen up the grip, see how much we can open, please careful with your knee, external rotation. On the exhale, pull onto the grip and stay there. Loosen up the grip, come up on the toes. Whoa, your heel come off the ground. Breathing in with the loose grip, that's all. Stay on your toes, breathing out. Lower the heel, open the arms very gently, straighten your legs. Turn your toes in. Give it a shake. Now if you're already on this side, you can turn your right toe out. If you want to face the front, come back to the front of your mat, right foot forward, left leg back, Virabhadrasana 2. Open your arms, shoulders back, engage and look towards your right hand. Pull the left hip, reach forward, right forearm onto your thigh, bend your left elbow, pull that elbow back and extend the left arm. Engage your oblique on your right side as you extend the left arm. Wrap the left hand like we did earlier. The back of the left hand onto your right hip, or sometimes my left hand can come onto my right thigh. Engage your obliques. Right arm out, palms up. When you curl back, stay with your right knee bent. Open up to the shoulders. Turn your palms towards the left side. Bend your right elbow and then open that shoulders more. As you lean back, keep the right knee bent. Re-extend the right hand, goes inside the foot, on the blocks or on the floor, left hand as is. So this is your half point. Now the moment we're going to go with your right hand underneath your right thigh, the upper torso is going to happen and go boom towards the earth. If this is happening to you, stay where you are using strap. If the right hand goes underneath your right thigh, you create the mudra. I'm going to go that way. So this is when you open, you reach. I'm sliding my mat. And then when you reach, you create the mudra behind your back into slope. And then you open up. Inhale and exhale. It's a deeper bind form. Release your right hand inside your right heel. Left hand inside the right heel. Turn on the ball of your left foot. Lower the left knee down. Breathe. Right foot on the ground. Left hand on the ground. Left toe on the ground. And open the right arm straight up to the sky. Lower the right hand out the edge of your right heel. Kickstand the left toe over to the right. Lean to the right. Open the left arm up to the sky. It's kind of like similar what we did, but on your knee. Turn your left palms, wrap around the back of your body. Exactly what you did when you left knee. Take the right hand from the outside to the inside and see if that bind easy. Because you're on your knee. And again, if you can bind with your right hand under your right thigh, it doesn't matter, half bind is always good. Inhale here. Exhale, release the bind. Press your hand down. Take your left toe back. Lift the left knee, step your right leg back. Downward facing dog. Push your hips up and back. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees down. And come to a child pose for a moment. Big toe touching, knees apart. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Have a little sip of water if you need to before we move to the second side. Please remember, one side is always going to be tricky. Have a strap. It's okay to have a strap for these, especially with the bind. Good. Let's come to downward facing dog. I know the first one we step. It's okay. We're gonna take it left leg forward. Ground yourself, inhale. Exhale, very gently step your left foot forward. Turn your right heel towards the back. Virabhadrasana 1. When you come up, you're gonna pull the center. Right arm back, left arm forward. Pull the right hip, shoulders back, focus on your left hand. Reach the left forearm down, right arm, bend your elbow. Pull the right shoulder back, push on your left forearm, engage your abdomen, your side body. Keep the right arm, then extend. So it's always important to pull the shoulder, especially for the bind. Have the arm one go back, and then that right arm extended out. Sweep the right hand behind your back, the back of the hand, hold your left thigh, wrap as much as you can, engage that side, left arm, turn your palms, curl back, engage, pull your heel, then turn your left palms to the right side, bend your left elbow, like your thumbs towards the head, pull the shoulders, and stay here, or extend the left arm back. This is going to open the shoulders a lot for the bind. Inhale, exhale, reach the left hand inside the foot, right heel, right hip back, right shoulder back. Now this is your half bind, please stay here. Remember, if we go to full bind, the moment you catch your hand behind your back, your right or upper torso is going to move towards the earth. Engage your quads. If the left hand reaches, of course, to reach, you're going to have to lean forward. Then when you clasp the fingertip, you pull back. Right shoulder back. Pull your left heel to right and step. Look down, no need to look up. Pull, breathing in, breathing up. Beautiful. Release your left hand down by the heel. Release your right hand down by the heel. Lengthen, turn on the ball, your right foot. Lower the right knee down. Kickstand the right toe over to the left. Breathe on your left hand and open the right arm up. Lengthen and breathing in. Wrap the right arm around the back. So when I go straight down, then we're going to go down the side. Pull the shoulder, the left hand goes underneath and see the bind accessible. If there's none, stay with half bind. Release your hand from the bind, left hand inside, right hand inside. Right toe back down, root on your right hand, and open the left arm up to the sky. Beautifully lower the left hand out to the edge, lift the right knee, rock it back, then lift your hip to step, the left leg back, Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. Exhale from here, lower the knees for a moment and come to child pose. So we're going to come to a twisted downward dog form. So that requires stability, and please don't shorten the dog, and definitely careful with your shoulders. Okay, there's a few options. I'd like you to watch quickly a couple of things and then we decide which one you want to go for. Because sometimes when you're upside down, it will be difficult. So when I go to downward dog, you bring your feet a little bit closer to each other. That towards the hand. Push into the hand. The right hand in the center. One option, left hand towards your feet. And you turn towards the right armpit. Second option, left hand into your right calves. Pull to the calves. Elbow towards the other leg. And turn. What happens often, we either sink to the right or the left. And the hips sink down. So choose which one you want to go. And we go to the second side. So, from the downward dog, feet a little bit closer, hands a little bit closer, root on your right hand in the center, left hand towards your feet. Keep your hips up, or left hand into your right calves. And if you are here, push into the earth and turn the upper torso to look lightly towards the right armpit. Just be careful with your right shoulder, especially if you shorten your dog. Release your left hand in the center, push your hips up, choose where your right hand goes towards your toes and turn to the left, or your right hand holding your left calves and then turn towards the left, push your hips up and back. Inhale and exhale, release your right hand back to the center. Separate now your feet a little bit wider than your hands. Both heels to the right side, like left heel in front of the right toes. Push your hips back, another form of a twisted dog. Keep your feet stacked, one on top, one in front, breathing in. Then come back on the toes, both heels to the left. So kind of like your right heel by your left toes, push your hips up and back. Inhale and exhale. Beautifully come back on the toes, bend your knees and drop them all the way for extended child pose. Take a moment to be in a child pose. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. We come into a Muladhara. Muladhara is the garland pose, and of course is the lovely squat. So stay as you are, I'm just going to turn towards you. So you're going to take your feet as wide as your mat. So I got a mat like facing this way. I use it for just to make sure my feet align. And you can either keep your toes aligned with the mat or you turn them slightly out. It depends on your Muladhara. Your knees lightly out, but you're pushing the elbow, allow them not to collapse. And you press your palms over the tip of the fingers in upright position into your body. Often in Muladhara you draw inward, so your toes. On your big toes you draw out. Try to find the four corners of your feet, and as you go into Muladhara. Then release your left hand in for the shin bone and the right arm open, palms facing out. Then the right hand push in front of the shin bone, a little bit out large of your right toe, the left arm open out. Good, one more time. Left hand down, right arm open, but this time I'm going to half bind the right hand. Look down towards the left hand. Sweep the right hand in from the shin bone, left arm reach up and take it into half bind and look towards the right foot. Release your hand, come back up, turn your heel, fold in and sway side to side. Good, breathe. Right, come up very slowly to standing. So we're moving towards a Revolve Triangle. Revolve Triangle is super powerful, super strong, and does require balance, stability, engage, ground as well. So we're going to use the brakes like we did into Revolve or the Hanuman earlier. Right foot in the center, left leg back, heel on the ground, similar to what we did the intensive stretch. Take the two bricks either side of your right foot, bend your right knee, place your palms onto your thigh this way. Left leg lengthen and grounded, upper body engaged and lengthen. The right hand sit onto your right thigh. The left hand, you're going to lean forward to grab the blocks in front of the left shin bone. But you don't want to fold. And as you push your left hand into the brakes, the left arm straight, the right leg straight. So this is like a cross from each other. So you pull the right leg, push on your left heel, pull the right hip. What happens? The upper torso starts to revolve. And as the upper torso revolves, you engage, you breathe, and there's few options. Your right hand can sit right at the sacrum, so you notice your left hip sinking. You're going to pull the left hip back. That's one nice option. And if that shoulder is okay, you bend the right elbow, got his arms, or if you feel really good and lengthened, right arm straight up to the sky, don't need to look up. Look down, engage. You can always micro bend your right knee. So good for the toxins to release. Lower the right hand down, bend the right knee, turn your upper torso back down to the earth, very gently, hands on your blocks. Inhale and exhale, step your left foot forward, step your right leg back. So notice how my right heel goes down to the earth. I'm not turning all the way to the left side. If my right heel turns all the way to the left side, this is impossible to revolve because you're putting so much pressure on your back and your lower body is not helping at all. That's why super important to take it towards the back left corner of your mat. And if you're folding, have a look before you go. If you're folding and revolve, my back already rounded. So bend your left knee, bring both hands onto your left thigh. So we go back to this Ardha Hanuman form. And I ask you to stay upright to maintain, and you pull the left hip kind of back so the right hip comes forward. Left hand stay onto your thigh, right hand come onto the bricks. I'm taking the bricks slightly out to the front, align with my left toe, I'm lengthening. So as you push your heel, your hand, the left hip, go back, my upper torso start to get and start to turn, the revolve happen. Now notice how that right hip wants to sink. I'm going to pull the right hip back as I push the right hand. Now sometimes you might need 2 bricks like that. Absolutely up there, whatever you need to get into this form. Stay here, or left elbow bend, got his arms, or left arm straight up. Push your right hip back. It's going to sink. Lengthen, please don't look up. Look down. Sometimes the body moves to the left side too much. If you push into your left, make sure you're center. Breathe, release your left hand down, and then gently step your right foot forward. It's the last forward bend before we come to the mat. Drop the head and sway side to side. Breathing out beautifully. You're going to come down to seated, wide-legged. Please make sure, again, turn yourself into the mat. Inner thigh draw inward. Have a strap ready by your side if you need to. Drive the thigh inward. Shoulders stack with your hips. Great, as much as you can lengthen. Either hands here or hands behind you. Pushing your feet like you were earlier, so at some point when you were standing, your toes in, your heels out. But don't pigeon toe so much when you're seated. So ideally, a tiny bit, so we're going to start to learn how to turn the inner thigh inward. And it's a big inner spiral to widen the sit bone to maintain into the stability. Right hand goes out the edge of your right thigh, lengthen, turn towards the right leg, and as you fold, you can have your left hand, big toe, little toe, or strap. Now, of course, our ego is saying, yeah, I want to catch my toe, but then my body is saying, oh my God, my left button has come off, I am not grounded. Remember, we ground and grow. If we no grounding, there's no growing. Or we might grow a few bits and then maybe we can snap and go back again. So always ground yourself lengthen. Please feel free to use those tools to your advantage. Once you're grounded, the growth start to happen by going deeper into the self. Yoga teaches us to go into the self, to discover our truest nature, who we are. And notice nature, because we are nature itself. Carefully and slowly, if you wish to take the right hand to cross the left wrist onto the big toe side, elbow towards the toes, fold more towards the right leg, as long as your left hip doesn't come up. Find the one comfortable and suitable for you. Inhale one more time. Exhale, release the right hand on the mat. Turn your upper body, torso towards the left side. Release your left hand and come to the goddess arms with your left hand. And if that right elbow okay and your right side okay, you bring the right forearm down on the floor, on the blocks, pull the left shoulders, and of course, if the right elbow okay, you bring the thumb and index finger to connect, palms facing out, ground your left hip, open to the left side of your body. Always with softness through the face. Inhale. Exhale, softly, stay nice and low. Turn towards the earth and come very gently to the center. Stay in a comfortable place, or you allow yourself to sway a little bit side to side. Release any tension, any stagnant energy from the side body, from the creativity. Then when you're ready, your left hand on the outer part, lengthen first, turn, and then fold. As you fold, you can go inside, you can go to the little toe side, or you can go to the big toe side with a strap or your hand. Once you are here, pull the shoulder, head the arm, go back, turn the navel, right buttocks, glutes, grounded. Then the fold happens. Please don't force it. Yoga is not about forcing anything, not even the breath. Stay with your left hand down and you cross the wrist onto the big toe side. As then you pull the hand into the foot into the hand, you fold a little bit more towards the left knee, keeping the right sit bone grounded. It's a big opening and good twisting already happened because your upper torso moving in the direction of the leg. It's quite tricky. On the exhale, the left hand on the ground, and gently release the right hand, turn like towards the other direction, and open here. That's enough here. And if you maintain this opening, make sure your right buttock grounded, stay here, or your left elbow on the ground, make sure you're okay. Thumb, index finger touch, pull the shoulder blade back, inhale, and exhale. Engage your quads in your thigh. Hand of smile always on your face, good. Staying low, left hand down, and gently come back to the center. Stay upright or you softly fold in. Wherever you are, keep swaying side to side. If it's too much and your back starts around, please stay upright. And if you maintain this opening, this is like form of the hinging earlier. Now we are seated. We're using this muscular energy to draw down, and eventually you get closer and closer with ease. Remember, everything with ease. Take your time to let go. Take your time to find your growth, to find your root, and push yourself up very slowly and very, very gently. And as you see the upright position, bring the sole of your feet together. Pada Konasana. Choose how far you want your heel from the perineum, from the sacrum. Make sure your thumb sit on the sole of your feet, on the arched bit, and your forefingers wrapped. Pull the heel in lightly towards you, and then pull the feet apart, keeping the little toe connected, the outer heel connected, your upper body engaged, shoulders back, neck is long. Breathe into your upper torso. Keep pulling that, keep opening. Please honor your knees and your hips. And slowly bring the sole of your feet back together. Now you're going to take the fingers to wrap on the big toe side and your thumb cross. Pull the elbows towards each other. Lengthen upward and then forward. Upward and forward. Keep pulling and then push your knee out to a point where your elbows connected at some point and your head down towards your toes. Sit deep into the inner groin. It doesn't matter where you are, how far you reach, just notice what you feel. Take a breath in, take a breath out. And very, very slowly come back up. Make sure you have plenty of room behind you. Coming to Supta Baddha Konasana. It's our last pose before we relax. So make sure you're grounded, your back on the ground, your feet on the ground, knees out. Lower your head, lower your shoulders. Press on the sole of your feet and take your time. Inhale and exhale. If you feel your back lifted, please push your hips back up slightly. Make sure your lower back is grounded or slide your feet away. You won't have fully grounded back, by the way. But if we have a bigger arch, it's gonna ache. We eliminate any tension, any aches, any pain by bringing this healing, vitality, energy into the self. Stay with the breath. Stay in the Supta Baddha Konasana. I'm going to move to Shavasana soon, but not yet. I'm going to keep you there for another minute or so. So I'm just going to sit up and put some legs on, but stay as you are. Keeping the breath soft now. If you're ever into the Ujjayi through the practice now, we're keeping the breath soft. We're coming to relax soon. We got less than a minute into this form. Very, very slowly. Release your leg straight out. Please have some layers if you need to. Come to Shavasana. Turn the light down if you wish. Close your eyes. Turn your palms down by your side and allow the fingertip to gently relax. Definitely layers. It's definitely colder night time. It's a beautiful day today. It was nice and sunny, but definitely it gets colder. And allow your gaze to soften or the eyes to close. Feel the earth beneath you and always the sky above you and the space within you. The breath breathes itself. Become aware of what you feel right now, right here in your body. What sensation arise? What was your intentions of showing up tonight? I have set an intention and theme for the class. However, you might have a separate intentions to show up for these practices. Tap into the earth element, the Muladhara, the root chakra. And it's connected with our safety by being comfortable, being safe, being definitely grounded and connected. Acknowledge any fears and anxiety that we feel within us and allow them to be released into that space. Allow this positive affirmation to come to you. Maybe recite it. Could be anything that I am positive, I am healthy, I am grounded, I am fearful. Could be anything that's related to you at this time, at this moment. As we invoked Lord Ganesha into our practice, we invoke the energy of being grounded and being rooted and definitely being connected. He's so humble that, his vehicle is the mouse, the lowest of the creature. And he always sits at the threshold. And every step we make in our life, every decision we make, is usually we kind of like turn towards him to give us the guidance, because he's so wisdom, he's full of wisdom. And of course, the big ears of the elephant represent the listening. When we listen, we learn. Remember, often with the silent, we hear more. And often we speak so much through our mind, we chatter, that we actually kind of bombard and we fog our mind with so many things, unimportant often, because we cannot deal with it, we cannot sort it, we cannot kind of like do anything with it. So we waste this energy. So he teaches us to ground ourselves, to listen more. And of course, he's twisted the trunk to teach us that life is not straightforward, the journey is not straightforward. There's always a twisting and turn that we face in our life. But how we face those twists and turns? Do we go back and hide in the cave? Do we go out and face them? And when we face them, do we again surrender so quickly, or we can go back and try again? Stay into Shavasana for a little bit longer. There's a beautiful mantra connected to Ganesha. I'm going to chant it a few times. You don't have to if you feel like you repeat it inwardly to yourself. It's a very slow mantra. I'll chant it. The mantra is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. It's a mantra to invoke and honor Lord Ganesha, and a mantra to kind of say, I bow to the remover of obstacles. Om Gam Ganapataye